Hey, it's Zhang once again here after almost a month. But yeah, I haven't really been uploading videos. I haven't really been like making any videos for this channel. I made a second channel and I've just basically been uploading on that one, honestly. I've only been uploading like Super Sentai stuff, but yeah, I'm if you guys know me, you know I'm a fucking Super Sentai fan. I've have been for years. And so yeah. So I've been uploading some Super Sentai shit up there, and after watching many seasons of Super Sentai, and like trying to watch the same season in the Power Rangers, it's just fucking terrible, man. Like after fucking Samurai, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Samurai wasn't great. I remember that shit first came out. I was like, this shit fucking sucked. But then I went back and watched it. I was like, it's actually not that bad, but it's mainly that the Red Ranger is just such a dry character, despite being the Red Ranger. But so after that, after Samurai and Super Samurai, it was Mega Force. Now the Sentai version was Tensou Sentai Go Sager. And if you know me, Tensou Sentai Go Sager is my favorite Sentai season. I fucking love Go Sager. And to watch some Mega Force, man, and to see how dog shit that season was, it's can't speak, mind boggling to me that season was fucking dog shit. And then Super Mega Force, which was Sentai, was Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiser. For some reason they decided to make Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiser and Tensou Sentai Go Sager into like the same show, into Super Mega Force, which make no fucking sense. I don't understand what the fuck they were doing. The Black Ranger in Mega Force now is the Green Ranger in Super Mega Force. And if you watch the Sentai, the Black Ranger in Go Sager was Agri, and the Green Ranger in Go Kaiser was Doc or Hakase. They call him Hakase, but that means basically Doc in Japanese. You can call him Hakase, you can call him Doc. I usually call him Doc. So I say Hakase sometimes, but it's Doc. His real name is Don, but still. So Agri and Doc are completely different characters. So the fact that they made them like the same character makes no fucking sense to me. Like, Agri is a rush down, fucking bruiser character, right? Fucking Hakase is a scaredy cat. Basically, he gets rushed down, and he just fucking, instead of like doing like punches like that, he's doing this shit, hitting you like that and shit. He's not really a fighter, but he can get the job done. So the fact that they made those two the same character makes no fucking sense to me, and just at all. The Yellow Ranger, that one makes sense because Monet and Gosager and Luca and Gokaiger are actually pretty similar. If you actually watch the movies, you would know like they're basically like the same character. They basically like twin sisters. They're like so fucking similar. Pink, Eddie, and Gosager, and Pink, I am, and Gokaiger, they're not similar. Like their fighting, like the fighting styles, first off, are just in Gokaiger and Gosager are completely different. Because Gosager, they're fucking angels, and they use like these cards and stuff to do moves and stuff. And in Gokaiger, they use swords and guns, like pirates and stuff, which makes it's not the same, dude. So like the fact that they made those two the same season, it just makes no sense. The Red Ranger, Arata, and Gosager, and Marvelous and Gokaiger, they aren't similar like at all. So like it just doesn't make sense to me, dude. Blue Hido and Gosager and Joe and Gokaiger, they're not similar either. So I don't understand, like I said, why they made those the same show. They have so much stuff they could have done. Because if you watch the Sentai, like if you watch the Legendary War, those teams actually fought each other. Like Gosager and Gokaiger actually fought each other in the movie, like the Legendary War. So the fact that they fucking made those the same team is mind-boggling to me. Was it? I think it was in the Great War, right, when they fought each other. Yeah, it was in the Great War. Because after the Great War, every Sentai lost their powers, and then Gokaiger had their Ranger keys, and then Goseiger wanted to get their Ranger keys back so they can get their powers back, and they got their Ranger keys back, and they got their powers back and stuff. And those teams actually fought each other. Goseiger and Gokaiger fought each other. So that could have been, they could have done so much with that in Power Rangers, but they didn't. They just made them to the same team like a fucking dumbass. There's so much stuff they could have done, man. They could have made them fight each other like they did in the Sentai. So the fact that they made them the same team is just fucking mind-boggling to me. It makes no sense. And the characters aren't even remotely similar. Like Goseiger characters and Gokaiger characters aren't similar at all. Only characters that are similar in Goseiger is Monet and Luca and Gokaiger. They're similar. They're basically like twin sisters. You know? Everybody else is not similar. So like I don't understand what they were doing with that. And yeah, they tried it, and guess what? The season was shit. It was, I mean, come on. After, I don't know what came after Megaforce. I don't know if it was fucking Dino Charge or Ninja Steel. I think it was Dino Charge, maybe. I think it probably was Dino Charge, because in the Sentai, Zuden Sentai Kyo Ranger, which got adapted to Dino Charge, was before Shuriken Sentai Ninja, which is Ninja Steel. I heard Dino Charge was actually decent, so we're not going to talk about that much. Haven't like seen much of that. I've seen like a couple episodes. Like it didn't seem to be too bad, but like I gotta watch it fully before I talk about that. Ninja Steel. I've only heard bad things about Ninja Steel. The clips I've seen are just all terrible. Everything I've seen for this was just awful. And Shuriken Sentai Ninja was actually one of my favorites. I actually like Shuriken Sentai Ninja a lot. You know, Ninja was actually a good season. You know, it did really well. Just like most of the other seasons. I think the only like season that didn't do well was like fucking, I can't remember. It was either Resha Sentai Takuja or Dobot Sentai Zuoja. I think it was Zuoja that did that had like the lowest rating. But it wasn't a bad seating. It was a bad seating. I can't speak. It wasn't a bad season. It just, I don't know. I guess some people just didn't want to fucking see it. It was either Zuoja or fucking Takuja. It was one of them. Takuja is about trains. So I can see people not really liking that one. I don't know. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Like I said, I was like, it could be Takuja. I don't remember. I think it was Zuoja that had the lowest. It wasn't low rating. Like the rating was just awful. Not many people watched it. Actually, a lot of people still watched it. It just wasn't like as much as like the previous season. But I thought it was gonna be Takuja because Takuja was about like trains. And even when I was watching, I was like, who the fuck cares about trains? Honestly, who cares about trains? But Takuja is actually a good season. And those last few episodes of Takuja actually were fucking sad as hell, man. I still can't believe that my boy Raito fucking decided to fucking take Hikari, Kagura's, Tokachi's, and Mio's fucking little cars back so that they fucking couldn't turn to like adults anymore. He took their cars back and basically destroyed them. So they turned back to kids, and they just couldn't fight with them anymore. Now I was like, dude, that shit was sad, dude. I was tearing up and shit. I was like, God damn, I can't believe we just fucking did that shit. Like, I was like, how you gonna beat the main villain by your, like, with you and Brokugo, with number 6, like, how are you two gonna beat him? You just can't do it. You gotta have everyone together. And if you know anything about Sentai and Power Rangers, they're not, like, by themselves, they're not as strong as they would be as, like, all together. All together, they basically get, like, this boost. But, like, even together, they even get, like, this fucking ultimate weapon and shit they can use and shit when they fuse all their weapons together. So I was like, how you gonna do it, man? And what happened? He fought him by himself. He fought Zed by himself and got fucking destroyed. But that's another topic. What am I? I'm getting on to something else, man. Hopefully they make that into a Power Ranger season. For some reason, Power Rangers does not like to fucking adapt seasons with Orange Rangers, so they just completely skip those for some reason. They completely skipped Takuja and went to Ninja Steel, or Ninja, and it brought that to Ninja Steel. Takuja has an Orange Ranger, so I don't know if they're gonna do that. Zuoja had an Orange Ranger as well. I don't know if they're gonna do that as well. Takuja had 6 Rangers. Zuoja had 7. But yeah, Ninja Steel. I've heard nothing good about this. I've like from reviews I've seen of people talking about it. I was like, this season sucked, and the clips I've seen fucking sucked. So I mean, I don't know what they're doing right now. Like the Saban guys, I don't know what they're doing. Samurai, even Samurai, they got a lot of backlash because that season wasn't fucking great. People were like, this shit sucks. Like the season right before that, RPM, Power Ranger RPM. Guess what? Power Ranger RPM was fucking amazing. Everyone loved Power Ranger RPM. That season was good. Like even my best friend, bro. He doesn't watch Power Rangers and Sentai like that much. I'm trying to get him back onto that shit. And he's been like watching clips and shit that I've sent. And he said his favorite like Power Ranger season was RPM. So like, come on, man. So like RPM was good. And the Sentai was Go by the way. It was called Go in Sentai. So RPM was a good season. But like Samurai, people were like, man, this shit sucks. And I went back to watch Samurai like a long time ago. Like this had to be like 10 plus years ago at this point. Yeah. It was after Super Samurai finished. This was like 10 plus years ago, something like that. But I watched both of those seasons in their entirety and I actually didn't mind Samurai. They said Jaden was just kind of a dry character. What the fuck? The hell was that? Yeah, my bad. I just heard like the doorbell going crazy up there. Apparently, it's my fucking niece. I guess she left or something. I don't fucking know. But anyways, yeah, Ninja Steel. Like I said with Samurai, like, I went back to watch it. It was actually not that bad. And like Jaden, like I said, the Red Ranger basically was a pretty dry character. And that was more the main reason people didn't like that season was Jaden was such a dry character. Like nothing he did was like just he was just such a dry character, man. And but yeah, I didn't actually mind that season. But then after that I don't know what happened, man. Megaforce, terrible. Super Megaforce, even worse. Dino Charge, Super Dino Charge, sure those are decent. Ninja Steel, awful. Super Ninja Steel, even worse. Like actually, even then, Super. What the fuck? What the fuck did they bring into Super Ninja Steel? Because I think Ninja Steel was already like what 30-something episodes in Super Ninja Steel. And that's another thing. They keep making extra episodes. Like the Sentai Goseiger is like 50 episodes, right? And I think Megaforce, Super Megaforce was more than 50 episodes. So that's another thing. They keep making like extra stuff, which wasn't in the original, and yeah, it fucking sucked. And then another thing, Super Megaforce, the super like in Kaiju Sentai Gokaiger Silver Ranger Gokai Silver was my boy Ikari guy. He was a fun, energetic, happy character, a Super Sentai fan, and became a Super Sentai himself, and he was happy. But the Silver Ranger and Super Megaforce wasn't like that. He was basically like a cool guy, but some scenes you can see his characters like jumping around or enjoy, but the way he's talking is like he's basically jumping around, but he's basically like this. His character's like, yeah, but he's like wow. So he's like, wow, that was great. I can't believe while he's fucking shaking his fist and shit, jumping around for joy. He's just talking like, can't believe that just happened. It just doesn't make sense. So like it just didn't correlate. It basically didn't translate over well. They should have just made a character that was energetic like him. It didn't make more sense. But they made a character that was cool, calm, and collected, and to make him, which make no sense considering that his character can be jumping around a lot. His character jumping around, but he's talking calmly and shit, which is it's just fucking stupid. So I don't know what they were doing with that. Another thing, Goseiger and Gokaiger both had 6 Rangers. Gokaiger they had Gokai Silver, and Goseiger they had Gosei Knight. In Power Ranger they call him Robo Knight, which is a fucking stupid name. In Goseiger they had Master Head. Master Head was like their overseer basically. You know, they're the guy who sent them down to the human world to like protect it and shit like that. They're in training so they can become like full-fledged angels. like full-fledged like Sentai basically. They're like angels. They were angels, but they're like training. So they're basically trying to make them like full-fledged, Sentai basically. And their master was Master Head. And Power Rangers, his name was Gosei, which is basically similar to like Ghost Sager, the Sentai Ghost Sager. So they call him Gosei in the Power Rangers. And Gosei Knight in Ghost Sager was called Gosei Knight. But in Power Rangers, he's called Robo Knight, which is a stupid name. Like this is, I guess you could say this is like it's such a small thing to like talk about, but it was so stupid. Why would you change his name from Gosei Knight to Robo Knight? Robo Knight just sounds fucking retarded. Gosei Knight is an actual cool, like Gosei, like that just sounds cool, man. Gosei Knight, that just sounds fucking cool. And if their master is Gosei, so why the fuck did you change his name from Gosei Knight to Robo Knight? This don't make sense. Anyways, Power Rangers sucks. Beast Morphers, I heard Beast Morphers has been shitty. Like I've heard nothing good about Beast Morphers either. And Tokyo Sentai Go Busters was actually one of my favorite seasons as well. They had my favorite villain of all time, my two favorite villains, Enter and Escape. And like in Power and Beast Morphers, I don't know what their names are in Beast Morphers, but they just look like shitty ass wimps, and I just don't like it. Jean and Jueki, gold and silver. And Go Busters. Gene, they changed Gene to some nerdy ass kid. Now, Gene was a fucking scientist and he was smart as fuck. He wasn't a fucking nerd. He changed to some fucking nerd. He changed from cool Japanese dude to some fucking nerd. And then I guess you could say the robot. I don't know if the robot in Beast Morphers is anything like Jueki, but he was a pretty funny guy, man. Jueki, he would stand in front of Gene sometimes. Gene's like, get the fuck out of here, man. You're blocking me from the camera and shit. What are you doing? He would like stand in front of everybody. They were like, you're blocking the camera. So that was pretty funny, but I don't know if he's like that in Power Rangers, but Gene, man, I don't know if they changed Gene to some fucking nerdy guy. But anyways, I just want to talk about Power Rangers a little bit. It's shitty. They need to get together. But yeah, I've been up all night. I might go to bed now. It's Halloween, by the way. Happy Halloween. I've been up all night. I might go to bed. I'm kind of tired. But yeah, it's been Zing once again, and I'm out. Peace. I'll be back sometime. My new channel, I'm going to put in the description and in the comments, so you can see my Sentai channel if you want to. But anyways, this is Zing once again. I'm out. Peace.